Hi, I'm Peter Tragos, host of the Lawyer You Know podcast and YouTube channel. The saying goes, everyone hates lawyers until you need one. Well, I'm here when you need one to answer your questions and give you insight that you didn't know you needed. On this episode, we're going to talk about how it's possible that Kim Kardashian is going to become a lawyer without even having a college degree. Forget about law school. Kim Kardashian hasn't even graduated from college, yet she's studying to become a practicing lawyer in the state of California. Why is that? Is it just because she's rich and famous? Not entirely. California actually has a plan set up to where you can become a lawyer without a law degree and without even having a college degree. And they're not the only state that allows you to become a lawyer without a law degree. Vermont, Virginia, and Washington have similar programs set up. Now in California, they're called law readers, and it's part of an apprentice type program where you go and you study under practicing lawyers and you read and you take tests, and that's how you become a lawyer. So the prerequisites for this are you only have to have 60 college credits. That's like 2 years of college. Kim Kardashian said she had 75, so she's passing that with flying colors. And then once you get through that step, that big step of having 60 whole college credits, you can join into this program that can set you up to work to becoming a lawyer. Now, this is very rare. In fact, in California, only 3 of over 13,000 people taking the California bar went through this program. So it's not like a lot of people are doing this, and a lot of the lawyers in California are these law readers that don't even go to college or don't go to law school. So that's important. But it's also important, as we talk about in lots of our other videos, to check the credentials of your lawyers. Make sure the people that you're hiring have good academic records and achievements and good scores on their tests and pass the bar and pass law school and pass college. Ask those questions because you could be surprised. The person taking your case or that you might be hiring could have a high school diploma or an AA or only 60 college credits, which that doesn't mean they're stupid. It doesn't mean they can't be a lawyer, obviously, in these states. I just want you to be able to check and know that as somebody that might be hiring that lawyer. It's important that you're going to make that decision and hire that lawyer because you have the right to know about your lawyer's educational background and experience. So make sure you take that step no matter what state you're in. Now, these programs vary from state to state, so we're going to kind of focus on the California one, which is what Kim Kardashian's going through. You have to have designated hours that you're studying under a practicing lawyer in that state. You have to pay fees of $158 here and $105 there, which I'm sure she has no problem with. But the difficult part of this program is also finding lawyers to allow you to do this because they have to take the time and effort and energy in teaching you and signing off on your studies to make sure you're doing the right amount of hours, make sure you're doing the right kind of studies while you're studying under them. And it could take a lot of extra work for these lawyers. Now, that's where being rich and famous helps you. I'm sure it was very easy, and a big, expensive, great law firm is doing this for Kim Kardashian. And if you're just Joe Nobody out there and you're trying to get a law firm to do this for you, it's probably a lot harder. So I wouldn't recommend it. I would recommend the old school way of going to college and going to law school before you become a lawyer. But Kim Kardashian doesn't necessarily have to play by those rules. So after you finish that first year of studies under an apprenticeship with a law firm, you take what's known as the baby bar. Kim Kardashian posted all about this, about how difficult it was, about how she had to have it set up in her house and quiet and her computer and everything. I think she did it during COVID. There was also social media posts about it. And you see, she had to go through this. She had to take the baby bar, which is required after the first year. And if you pass that, then you get to continue on and do this for 3 more years. So it's a total of 4 years studying under a lawyer in an apprenticeship type of setup while you're paying these fines, while you're passing these tests and exams on the way. So it's not that abnormal from basically an online law school, I guess, or working for a lawyer. There are some really good and cool aspects of that if people want to do that, because I've always been a proponent of an apprenticeship type program for a year in law school. I think it's a lot more beneficial than just grinding away in class. But Kim Kardashian in these Vogue interviews and all sorts of other interviews talking about this has said she's had to read a ton, and reading is the most difficult part for her to get through these things. The concepts are not that hard, she said, but she said the reading and the grind of that reading is the most difficult part, which is a lot like law school. So maybe it's not that different. But when you think about how much time is taken in class and how much time is spent studying for the classes that you take and all the extracurriculars you do while you're in law school, Kim Kardashian is only putting in 18 hours a week studying under this firm. Now that doesn't include the reading she's doing at home and the studying I guess she's doing at home. It doesn't include the exams, but the only time she's putting in weekly is 18 hours. So if that's 18 hours of class, you may think, yeah, that's a lot. If you divide that up, that's almost 4 hours of class a day, 5 days a week. So that's not nothing. You know, law school is not a ton more than that. But she's at a firm studying under lawyers. So I assume what she's doing there is reading, taking the practice tests, or taking exams. She's not actually in class studying. No lawyer is sitting there teaching her these concepts, I don't think, but I don't know. I don't know how it's set up. Maybe they are teaching Kim Kardashian just like their law school professors. Who the heck knows? The point is, this is very abnormal. And I mentioned earlier that only 3 of 13,000 plus taking the California bar exam, these studies were done about 2 years ago, but only 2 of those 3 actually passed. So only 2 people that became lawyers that year in the entire state of California went through this weird, abnormal, unusual program that Kim Kardashian is going into. And there's 2 ways to look at that. Only 2. That's almost nobody out of thousands and thousands and thousands of people that became lawyers throughout the nation and throughout this state. But then you think about it, and it's like, well, Kim Kardashian's clearly not the only one. There are 2 people just that year that became lawyers. And every year it seems like there's at least a couple people that do it this way in California, Vermont, Virginia, Washington. So maybe it's not that abnormal. Maybe it's not that crazy. Maybe Kim Kardashian is not doing something that's so unheard of and she's the only person doing it. So, I mean, we can look at it that way. Her dad was a lawyer, so runs in the family, has a dozen mine and lots of other families in the United States. So maybe she'll be a good lawyer. Who the heck knows? The point is, she's taking this strange route. The point is, there are 4 states, almost 10% of the states in the United States of America that you can go and become a lawyer without going to law school. Who would have known that? Kim Kardashian is shedding a light on this weird thing in my profession. And the question I get is, do I think it's going to hurt the profession? And the answer is no. It's got to be so much harder to go through this, so much more abnormal. And I personally would be skeptical of hiring a lawyer that went through this program. Now, there are a lot of people with MBAs and degrees that may cross over with being lawyers, or they were lawyers in another country and they move over here and they may want to go through this type of program, which I think is great and I think is fine. But I think it should be abnormal. I think it should be the minority. I think it should be the exception. I don't think it should be the rule. I don't think this is how everybody should do it. And I don't think we're going there. Do I think Kim Kardashian is going to ruin the practice of law? No. I don't think she's going to affect it at all. I don't think she's actually going to be trying cases and getting her nose down in the nitty gritty. If anything, she may be politically active and be some kind of politician. She may do some pro bono cases. We all know she doesn't need the money. Who the heck knows what she's going to do? But I'm in for it. I'm in to see the ride. I'm in to watch with everybody else and see if she's able to pass through all these steps over the next couple years and actually become a practicing lawyer in California and in the United States, and see if this does do one thing. I think this might boost this apprenticeship type reading law school baby bar phenomenon. Maybe it won't be so abnormal. Maybe it won't be so unusual because people, as we know, unfortunately follow what Kim Kardashian does. So I don't recommend it, but I am here to see what happens. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments and we can have some dialogue about Kim Kardashian and other people going through this program. Let me know if you think this should be more common. If you think more states should open up something like this, would you be more likely to become a lawyer? I don't think the world needs more lawyers, so I'm not going to be a proponent of that. But let me know what you think. Please like this video, subscribe to our page. Let us know if there's any other videos you want to see. 90-something% of you have not subscribed to our page yet, so please hit that subscribe button so we can keep talking about this stuff. And thanks for being with us this week.
Thanks for watching this episode of The Lawyer You Know. If you like this content, please share it with your friends. Make sure you subscribe to our page and like our videos. If you want some interaction, get in the comments and we'll be sure to get back to you. If you want to know any more information about our firm or this page, you can find out in the description or visit tragoslaw.com. We post multiple times throughout the week, so make sure you hit that bell so you can get the notification and not miss out on the next episode.